Hello everyone, let's see the C program to print this type of pattern. So let's understand this question. So let's see what will be the input and output for this question. So the question says, if you give the number of rows, okay, then the pattern should be printed, okay, for those number of rows, okay. So if number of rows are 4, then 4 rows should be printed following this pattern, okay. And if number of rows are 5, let's say, again same pattern should be followed, and 5 rows should be printing that pattern. And how the pattern looks like, so if you see, if number of rows are 4, okay, 4 rows are there. This is row 1, okay, then this is row number 2, row number 3, and row number 4. In the first row, okay, 4 stars are there. Then in the second row, 3 stars are there, okay, that is 1 less star than the previous row. Then in the third row, 2 stars are there, that is 1 star less than the previous row. In previous it was 3, now 2. Now again only 1 star should be there in the last row, okay. Same way, if number of rows are 5, then in the first row 5 star, then 4 star, then 3 star, then 2, then 1, okay. And we have seen this type of program in our previous video where same type of pattern was followed, okay. But here something is different. So let's see what is the difference and understand this question in more detail, and let's understand and develop the logic for this question. Let's understand the C program for this, okay. So in previous video we have seen these 4 patterns, okay, and the C program and the logic for these questions, right? And in this video we will see the logic for this pattern, okay. So if you understand these questions very well, then it is very easy to understand this question, okay. So it is recommended that you understand these questions. You can find the link of all these videos in the playlist, that is practice programs in C language, okay. You can find the link in the video description below, okay. So difference between this pattern and this pattern, can you tell me? So mostly these patterns look like same, like here 4 stars, 3 stars, then 2 star, then 1 star. Here also 4 star, 3 star, 2 star, 1 star, okay. And in both these questions I am assuming that number of rows given by the user are 4, okay. So 4 rows are there. So count of the star in each row, okay, in each row, here 4 3 2 1, here also 4 3 2 1. So count of stars in each row for both the patterns, it is same, but the difference is here, after let's say we print the first row 4 star, then we just change the line and start with the second row, right? And then we just print the stars and then we just change the line. Here in this question there was no need to keep track of the spaces. Why? Because as soon as we print the these stars in a row, then we just change the line. We need not to print these spaces, right? In each row we need not to print these spaces, right? But here the starting of the row is done by the spaces. So if this is row number 1, so starting of the row number 1, here there is no space, right? Only stars are there. But here in the starting of the row, when cursor will be there, here we have to first print the space also, although it is not visible, but space is there. Then only we have to start with the printing of the stars, right? If we print here only star, then star will be visible here, but we do not have to print here. We have to print space first. Then again in the third row, the number of spaces here are 2. So first 2 spaces, then 2 star. Then in the fourth row, 3 spaces, then 1 star. So like this we have to print. So here in the each row we have to do 2 tasks. Which task? First we have to print spaces, okay, and then we have to print the stars, okay. And both these tasks should be done for each row, right? For each row we have to print first spaces and then star, and after this is done for a row, then we have to change the line, okay. We have to change the line, and after that again we will go to the next row, print the spaces, print the star, change line, and this we have to do till all the rows we are done, right? So let's see the logic for this question. So for this question we have seen 2 logics, right, in our previous video, okay. In one logic we treated this as row number 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, okay, and accordingly we made our logic, right? And in the other logic, what we did, we treated this as like row 4, this is row 4, this is as row number 3, this is row number 2, and last row is row number 1, right? And this was the logic that we saw, okay? This was the logic number 1, okay, in which we were counting the row starting from 1, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, okay? And in the second logic, okay, where we were starting the row from row 4, row 3, then 2, then 1, right? So this was the second logic, right? So we will see via this second logic where we will be starting the row in the reverse order, okay? And then we will understand this question, okay? Although you can start the row from the row 1, row 2, that is also fine. So in the previous video, when we saw this question, okay, so we saw that we can treat this as row 4, okay, this is row 4, then this is row 3, row 2, and row 1, okay, and same number of stars, okay, as per this is I equal to 4, that means current row is 4, okay. So whatever the number of row was there, same number of star was printed in that row, okay. If we are in third row, 3 star. Same here also, I will be treating this as row 4, row 3, then this is as row 2, and this as row 1, okay. And I am assuming that input given by user here is also 4, okay. So same way, if row count is given as 5 by the user, then in the first row 5 star will be there, and I will be treating that row number as 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This way I will be numbering the rows, okay. Why I am doing? Because the if this is I equal to 4, that is the this row is 4, this is 3, this is 2, this is 1. So the counting of the star will be same whatever the count of the I is there. Current I is 4, so current number of star in this row will be 4. If I am in the third row, then 3 star will be there, okay. So it will be easy for me to make the program, okay. It like I can just say I number of star are printed in each row. If I am in the ith row, I number of star will be printed in each row. I do not have to do much calculations, okay. Okay, now number of spaces also we have to keep track, right? So here number of spaces are 0. Here in the third row only 1 space is there, right? Here in the second row 2 space, and here in the I equal to 1, that is first row, okay, 1, 2, 3, 3 space, okay. So count of the spaces is like incrementing. Here 0 space, okay, then 1 space, then 2 space, then 3 space, right? And the number of stars, they are decreasing, okay. Here 4 star, then 3, then 2, then 1, they are decreasing, right? And my row number are also decreasing, right? Okay, so I can say in the ith row I number of stars to be printed. So this I can say this is equal to I, okay. In I equal to 3, 3 star, this is equal to I, okay. Now I have to make the formula for spaces also, right? So what should I write, right? Before this, we have seen the program for this in our previous video. So this was the program for this logic where I was counting or numbering the rows in the reverse order, okay. So this was the logic, right? So this was counting the rows, row 4, row 3, row 2, row 1, and for each row it was printing the number of stars. So if row 4 is there, then I will be 4 times it will run. If row is 3, then I will be 3 times it will run, right? The same way I have to do here, right? Now what will be difference in this question? This logic will be used, right? But here, as soon as I come for any I, that is for any row number I come, I start printing the stars, right? But in this question, as soon as I come to any ith row, let's say I come to this row, then my cursor will be here, right? My cursor will be here as soon as I come for any row, okay, any row, my cursor will be here. Now I do not have to print stars, I have to first print spaces, right? And spaces can be 1 or more than 1. Here it is 0, here it is 1, here it is 2, here it is 3, right? So what I have to do, I do not have to just print one space in each row, right? In some row, let's say in row number 2, I have to print 2 times. Here I have to print 3 times. Okay, so this repeated work of printing the spaces I have to do in each row first, right? So as soon as I come first, I will print the spaces using the for loop. Okay, you can use any loop, but I will be using for loop. And then you have to use the same loop, exact same loop, to print the stars in that row. And then you have to change line, and then again you have to iterate for the next row, right? So what should I write for the space? So this logic will be same. Okay, write the for loop for the space, and then same for loop for the stars, right? So what should be the logic to print the spaces? So basically this code is same as this. Okay, this line is same. Now here I have to use this for loop to print the spaces. Okay, so I should write some condition here. Okay, so if you see the number of space, how can I write? Okay, if you leave the first row, okay, you will leave basically you leave this fourth row. Okay, you just start from the I equal to 3, okay, to make the formula. Then we will see how I can write for I equal to 4. In I equal to 3, one space is there, right, and 3 star is there. So I will use the same thing that I have seen. So we will use the same logic that we have seen in our previous video. See, width is same in each, 4 width, right? Or you can say the columns in each row are same, 4. Out of these 4 places, 3 are occupied by stars. So remaining will be occupied by space. That will give me the count. Here also 4 width is there, but 2 are occupied by this star. So 2 will be occupied by space. So I have to do subtraction. How? If I'm I equal to 3, okay, I will say total number of rows, that is 4. Here row is 4 minus count of the stars. What is the count of the star? 3. This will give me 4 minus 3, 1. Same here, I can say how I can get this 2, that is count of the space. This count of the space is 2. So I will say total space is 4. So total places are 4. 4 minus count of stars, that is count of this, 4 minus 2. So I will get 2, that is 2 space, that is this space. Now here again 4 places are there, 4 places minus count of this, count of star is 1. 4 minus 1, I will be getting these remaining spaces, that is 3, right? So if you see, I can write this 4 is like this row minus, what should I write here? 4 minus the number of star in that particular ith row. So that means row minus number of star in each ith row is equal to I only. See, this one is this one only, this 2 is this 2, 4 minus 3 is this one only. So row minus I. So here I should write row minus I. Okay, total number of rows minus the count of the star, it will give me the count of the space in that particular ith row. Okay, and here I have to use J++, sorry. The same way here also you can see row minus I. Row is 4, I is here. What is the I? I is 4. Okay, so total places are occupied by these stars only. So 4 minus 4 equal to 0, 0 space, right? Same general form. So let me try run this program for you once. Okay, so if I'm at this I equal to 4, okay, now I will come here and I will say 4, okay, this is constant, minus now I means this one. So 4 minus current I is 4, 4 minus 4, 0, right? So how many times I have to print these spaces in the in this fourth row, basically in this row? Okay, no spaces should be printed, so this loop will not run. See, j is starting from 1, okay, and I am saying j less than equal to 0, which is false. Okay, 1 is less than equal to 0, false. So this loop will not run for the ith row. No spaces will be printed. Now we will come here. Okay, so here I am just following that same rule, j equal to 1 to j less than I. I means the same count, that is 4. So number of star will be printed as 4. Okay. Now after that I change the line and I will come here. Now I will come to the next row, that is I is 3. Okay, I is changed to 3. Now here you can see row minus I means this 4 minus 3, that is 1. Okay, so now j less than equal to 1. So this loop will run how many times? 1 times, right? So 1 time space will be printed. 1 time space will be printed, this space, and after that cursor will come here. Now we will come here, right? Cursor is here and we are at this loop. Now this loop will run how many times? I is 3. See, I is not changing in this loop, right? So I is 3 only, whatever was coming from there. So I is 3. Now this loop will run how many times? This is just going in the forward direction. Okay, j equal to 1, 2, 3, 3 times. So 3. So 3 star will be printed. And then change the line. Change the line. Then we'll come here, I equal to 2. And then space we have to print how many times? 2 times. That means we will come here and row minus this 2, that is 2. So 2 times this loop will run and 2 spaces will be printed. Then after that space we will be coming here, cursor will be here, we will be coming to this loop, and this will be doing its usual work to print the star how many times? I is 2, I is 2, so it will run 2 times. For j equal to 1, j equal to 2 times, and 2 star will be printed, and so on. This will go on. So after this loop will be done. Okay, this loop means when I equal to 1 and everything was done, we will come here and I will be 0. Then 0 is crossing this I, right? 0 is crossing this 1. 0 is crossing this 1. Then this loop will be false and we will come out. We will come out and we will simply say return, okay, or whatever we want to do. We will simply return. So in the comment box, you can tell me that how we can write the program for the same question if I start from I equal to 1. That is, I count the rows starting from I equal to 1, then I equal to 2. Okay. Then what will be the modification in the code and what will be the code? Okay. So you can tell me the code in the comment box. So I hope you have liked the video. If you have any question, please write down to the comment box. See you in the next video with the next program or next pattern. Till then, goodbye.